Hey guys, how's it going? Silent here with another episode of What Would Silent Do? Today we're actually going to be critiquing a video. Yes, that's right, we're finally venturing into the realm of video. Kind of. Now, today's video I'm going to be critiquing is my favorite video game characters, and this is by a user that goes by the name of jsrftube2. Not even kidding. This person adopted my other channel name and slightly modified it and I guess made it his own. I kind of find it funny when I see that, especially since if I could go back in time and change the name jsrftube to something else, I would. But doesn't matter, this person made a list and you can see why I caught my eye because of their username. Let's just go ahead and get right to the list. Okay, here we go. My heroes of 2010. Stop, hold up. Okay, I'm going to tell you various things that are wrong right away here. Okay, number 1. This is a top 7 list. Now, I think it would be better if you made it a top 10, because top 7, that's like 7 is such an awkward number for a list. Number 2, change some of the, you don't have to do this, but change the title card a bit, because it kind of shows a little bit of laziness with the editing when I see this. Now, I'll explain what this means for some of you that don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, but there's a preset in Windows Movie Maker, which is a free program, but I'm not gonna bash on that too much because I used to use it. But the preset, this is a preset here. Blue background, white text, plain old font, nothing special. Fade in, effect, you can change all that. And I kind of think you should have, but whatever. At least change the font and the animation to something different. There's that. And another thing, Robin from Teen Titans? Really, dude? I don't understand. I've never played any of the Teen Titans games, but based on the fact that nobody ever talked about them, I never saw them in any rental stores, I never saw them in EB Games, so I guess they weren't very popular, at least not as popular as the television show Teen Titans. So why did you put them in a video game characters list? I'm just kind of curious about this. And I guess a suggestion I could make is if the character was in a television show before they were in a video game, I wouldn't really put them in a list of video game characters. Just saying, if they started out in a video game and they went to a TV show, that's fine. Shows, people actually gave a crap about the video game to put it into a TV show. But yeah, Robin on a video game characters list, I don't really think that's the wisest choice. Another thing is the background music. Now, right away, you're going to notice that the background music is the Halo theme. Just based on that, you can guess that Master Chief is going to make an appearance on this list. In fact, I was even able to guess that Master Chief was number 1 on the list just when I started watching the video. You don't want that in a video, or at least in a top list. Usually lists build up to number 1 and they like to create suspense to leave the viewer wondering who's gonna be number 1. If you just give it away right off the bat, there's no suspense. And it's kind of like, oh, well, it's gonna be Master Chief, obviously. At least that's how I felt. So pick background music that doesn't go with any of the characters on this list so that, the suspense is at least intact in that regard. But anyways, let's continue. And Itachi. Oy. Okay, Itachi is another character that was in a cartoon show before he was in a video game. He's not the worst character from those games or that show, but still, the fact still remains. He had more of a role in the television show than he did in the actual video game. I know that there was some like Naruto fighting games which you could pick him, but really still, I wouldn't put him in a top video game characters list. And when I saw this video, the only hint to tell me that this was actually a top video game characters list and not a top cartoon characters list was the fact that the thumbnail has a video game character on it, so we'll get to that a little bit later. You lack hatred and tickets to My Chemical Romance. Number 5, Sonic. Getting better, okay. I can actually partially agree with this one, especially since Sonic is at number 5. You know, his older games were good. Newer ones, not so much. I heard Sonic 4 was exactly like the older ones that, you know, and it didn't add like anything really. But yeah, Sonic, you know, that's a decent pick. I can kind of agree with that one. You know, he's obviously not a complex character or anything, and he's a blue hedgehog, so I don't really know. He's an okay design. Basically just, you know, blue hedgehog runs fast. That's all you really need to know. Dr. Robotnik fights with him, whatever. Yeah, it's Robotnik. Get it right, faggots. And then you go ahead and put Shadow above Sonic. I really don't know, especially since I'm not that big of a Sonic fan. But from the stuff I've seen of Shadow, he's not that interesting of a character. I mean, he's all like, "Oh, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. I ride on a motorcycle and wield guns, and kids think I'm cool." But still, it's a better pick than Robin and Itachi because he actually was in a video game first. Yeah, okay. You know what? Not the worst pick, not the best. Nothing up my sleeves other than a shitty GameCube game. Who's shiny? Oh yeah. Number 3, presenting Beat from Jet Set Radio. Okay, this is the pick I probably agree the most with, and all of you know why. But the thing is that still, you know, Beat has a good character design. He really didn't have that much of a personality compared to, let's say, DJ Professor K or Goji. Okay, they had more of a personality. Most of the Rudies have, you know, these one-dimensional stock personalities. I wouldn't really put them on a top video game characters list because if I were to make a list, I wouldn't just base it on looks and were they in an awesome game. I would also include personality and such and character development. But you know what? Probably the best pick on this list. So, all right. Let's continue. Understand the concept of love. Number 2 is Sasuke. We really gonna go back to this? I mean, he's even less awesome than Itachi, so I really have no response to this. I'm angsty. And the moment you've been waiting for. Sean Connery punches a bear in the face while Christopher Walken tap dances. Oh, wait, no, it's just Master Chief at number 1 like I predicted. I have a feeling that if I say anything too harsh about Master Chief, I'll get a bazillion comments that are like, "She says you were Master Chief, so I love Cortana." It's shit like that. Don't get me wrong, Halo 1 and 2 were pretty awesome games, and, but still, even when I was playing those games, I really didn't think, like, oh my god, Master Chief is this really amazing character. Let's evaluate him real quick here. He blows up shit, overcomes most of the obstacles put in his way, you know, he shoots people, he goes in windows and snatches your people up, and, yeah, okay, he's good in the action department, I guess, you know, he kicks ass. His design is kind of generic. I mean, oh, it's a robotic guy in a suit who wields guns and shit. Kind of generic, so eh. And his personality, well, let's face it, from what I saw, he really doesn't have that much of a personality. He's just like, oh, I need a weapon. I need a gun. I'm gonna blow shit up. I'm Master Chief. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really like him as a character, but you know, that's just me. I've already mentioned various things that you should probably change for future videos, or you could have changed for this video. Background music, make it something that isn't related to any of the characters. Change the title cards to be a little bit more different and interesting. Exclude, or at least try and exclude, characters that were originally in television shows first. The Robin picture, you could have found a better one on Google in like 10 seconds. And I guess maybe play some more video games? I don't really know, because you're including characters who were originally in TV shows, and I didn't really see, you know, Mario, I didn't see Link or Samus or Luigi, or, you know, even newer next-gen characters. Hell, any of the characters from Heavy Rain. Rex and Garrus, from Mass Effect. Just some examples. But yeah, just, you know, look up more characters, look into more characters. There's a lot better ones out there who are, you know, more complex and they have good character design and they kick ass. So there's plenty of characters like that out there. Yeah, I've pretty much critiqued everything that I can think of. So yeah, I know you have your own opinion, but you know, there's my critique on it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned from it. And yeah, Silent signing